I'm Anna.
I'm Isabella.
And this is Anna and Isabella Do Improv.
And today there's something exciting's happening today.
We have a guest today to help us do a form that we'll discuss.
We have Beth Appel,
the incredible writer on Sex Lives of College Girls. Have you seen that show?
Yeah.
And
my mom loves it also.
Never have I ever. Have you seen that show?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to go home and watch it right now.
Okay, well, she's an incredible writer, but definitely more importantly,
an incredible improviser.
Beth Appel. Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
And thank you for your future watch of Never Have I Ever.
Can't wait.
Any views help even after the show hasn't been made for several years.
You can watch it on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't watch any scripted TV, so it's not, it's fine.
What reality are you watching right now? Traders?
Right at this very moment, of course, Traders, yes.
Traders is, yeah.
Traders US on Peacock, but then also Traders Canada on my VPN.
Whoa.
Is Traders Canada good?
Every Traders is good.
Oh my God, I haven't seen
Traders
Traders
New
Canada.
Zealand rocks. Traders UK, of course, the originals.
Traders UK is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Isabella's watched one episode of it?
I've seen one episode at your house, and I perked up when Boston Rob came on, and
That's
then
right.
he went directly off screen, and I lost interest.
He's back. Don't worry.
That's good.
There's more Boston Rob. And if you really like him, I'm also watching currently Deal or No Deal Island.
Me too. It plays after Traders for me.
I think it's one of the great new reality shows of
What
our
is it?
time.
It's incredible because it truly makes no sense. Like, the structure of the entire thing makes no sense.
It's like a competition reality show where the elimination at the end is always a game of Deal or No Deal. But they're on an island also.
Wait.
So they kind of live together, but it's sort of glamping.
Yeah, they're glamping together. They do a physical challenge where they collect briefcases.
So that just as a nod to Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, and then at some point 2 people or 3 people become at risk, and then one of them has to play Deal or No Deal. At the end, it's hosted by Joe Manganiello. Why wouldn't it be? And then if they win Deal or No Deal, like they make a good deal, they kick someone else off, and if they make a bad deal, they have to go home.
The deal that they make, like, is basically just dependent on whatever case they got first.
It's
like,
just odds. It's like there's zero skill, but they're always like, I feel very confident going in. It's like you're just saying numbers.
It's completely odds.
Yes.
That's why the structure makes no sense.
But Boston Rob is on season 1, and I had a great time watching. He's like, pretty far up there on my favorites.
Yeah, he's so great.
I think you're gonna love Deal or No. Before you watch Never Have I Ever.
It just sounds like such a crazy Frankensteining of shows.
I'm always in the middle of saying that I'm watching. I'm like, I'm watching Deal or No Deal, and people are like, you're insane. And then I'm like, Island. And they're like, wait, what? That's not
I don't
real.
think that fixes it for you.
Yeah, no, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We're the form that we're gonna do today is the living room and then scenes off of that.
But then we're gonna jump right back into the living room. We're gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, between the living room and scenes. And so, what do you think of the living room? We kind of just did a living room.
Yeah, so I guess the version we're doing, there's kind of like 2 versions of it, right? There's like one where you just chat and you talk about yourselves and you just have like a combo like you would in a living room, perhaps. Yeah. And then you pull a premise immediately, like as soon as one comes up. And I guess that's what we're doing. And then we're going to go back into a discussion, back into a scene, back into a discussion versus the other version that like a Herald team might do where it's like a long discussion, maybe 4 or 5 ideas come up throughout it, and then they pull throughout the show, but they don't go back to the living room.
Yeah. I kind of like hopping back and forth because I feel like it's just, you don't have to remember as much. And then you're not like pulling weird side things at the end.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wait, I love having a guest. Wait, we should definitely make it a thing that the guest has to explain forms. This is great.
I mean, not that you didn't do an amazing job describing it.
We kind of just did it, right?
Yeah. Well, you guys get it. We did it. Beth comes in with
it's
the most.
A room. It's a form. Who cares?
Beth actually did all the legwork.
Forget about it.
Is it an opening that you like as far as like an opening to do a premise improv scene?
I feel, yeah, sure. I mean, it's like maybe the easiest one to pull from. Anna just
I just spilled a ton of water down my shirt.
You're falling apart now that Beth's here.
Do you need
You're
a
like,
straw?
she's got it.
You two relax. Spill a bunch of water. I'll take it from here.
Yeah,
On your couch.
I like it. I wonder if it's more fun for the people doing it than the audience. Like, because the audience isn't allowed to participate, but they probably think of things. They're like, I relate to that and I want to chime in. They're not allowed. I don't know. It's easy. It's accessible. It's like you're not, pretending to whatever you do in an organic opening where you just end up banging on the floor or whatever.
Yeah. And then the scenes start from a place of truth because you tell real stories. It's not like a character monologue.
Yeah. I used to do it with a Herald team in New York that I was on, and we did get to the point where we were like telling the same stories. Like sometimes there would be a story that came up in practice, and then we're like doing it on stage, and I'm like, I don't know if this is allowed.
That happened to my Herald team like a month ago, and we all were so weird about it.
Are you doing the living room?
We're doing the rant, which kind of turns into the living room because we have backline support on our rant.
Yeah.
But we're not calling it a living room. And then someone pulled a premise that was like pretty much the one we did in practice. And then I did a support move that was like pretty close to the support move I did in practice.
Did it hit?
Yeah, fucking slammed. It was my second time doing it.
You were like, I've actually fine-tuned it since last time.
There's something to this whole planning what you comedy you do.
I always feel like I can't sell it as well because I just feel like there's like this wave of guilt. So I'm being so weird about
same.
replicating it that people are like, what is this horrible energy coming from this person?
Yeah, and I also was on a team with someone who would tell stories about being a kid a lot and then would play a kid. And so I found myself in our living room opening, like when they were trying to tell stories, being like, let's not talk about that. And then I seem crazy, but I just didn't want to do a scene where I had to play a child.
Some of my teams when I've done it, it's just been like, we get past the same 6 stories, and then I had like one team that just the living room was so dark every time where it would be like
like everybody's trying to out-sad each other,
sort of like outside, but also it'd just be like once you're done talking about like stories, you just like get into the news, and it would be like
and Jesus Christ,
be like,
I've never once been like, all right, we're past the stories, let's go to the news.
Let's open up the New York Times app.
Gosh, we've shared all we can. What's up in news? Ukraine.
Yeah, that's what it would be like. It would actually be like that, and then you're like, just the most depressing premise starts of all time.
Well, that's atrocious.
Yeah.
Should we do a living room and then a scene?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get dark.
Let's get really dark.
Feel free to use any of these. Yeah. I'm going to tell the ones that we just talked about before we started this.
We'll do the scene we planned.
Yeah. Our suggestion is taxi cab.
Straight from his lips. Mark David Christensen in the room with us.
In the room with us, pretending not to be.
I love playing those little taxi cab games.
Oh, on you would get an ad for it as you're playing Candy Crush, and then you would download that app. It's an app,
or the thing in the car.
Like when you're in the car, and it's like, what's the country?
I love doing that. I get every single answer wrong because I'm always like probably in a drunk Uber back, and then I'm like getting them. I just get them wrong.
Just trivia.
Yeah, it's trivia.
Ubers
basically.
and cabs.
Yeah.
You haven't experienced it?
I guess I must have, but not as often. It didn't pop into my head immediately when I thought of cab.
Yeah. I'm cab. The first thing I'm thinking is that game.
Yeah.
And then the second is yellow.
That's a really good story.
How about you guys?
Why do you are you really great at trivia?
No, I'm awful, but I like that there's sort of just like a little something to do, a little conversation starter for you and your backseat companion.
Yeah.
I just like that it's a game.
All right, you Anna?
Hi,
Yeah, okay,
Anna.
hop on in.
Okay.
You and your friend can get in.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay, you're going to 4200 Wilshire?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, you can play a game in the back, but don't leave me out.
What? Oh, yeah. You have the trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people get in and they just use it as a talking point for them and their companion. They forget there's a third person in the car, but here I am.
Oh.
So
Yeah. Well, I thought I selected quiet on the little Uber app. Did we not?
Did you select quiet?
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of
Uber added that without asking the drivers.
Oh,
so
really?
we didn't have a lot of input, so I just ignore it.
Yeah, because
Right.
I put cool. I like a cool ride. So
Cold?
Cool.
Cold or awesome?
Cool.
Like, what do you mean by
Like
cool? Cold or awesome?
Oh, cold. And it's
Oh.
hot in here.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be awesome.
I don't
That's way
have-
too much pressure. Thank you.
Well, I don't have AC and I'm not going to be quiet, but I'll get you where you're going as long as you include me in your conversation.
Okay, should we play the game?
Yeah.
Maybe that's easier than having a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this country? There's a picture of an outline of a country. I guess you can't play this one.
Yeah.
Describe the outline.
Describe the
There's a-
outline.
there's
Use
a timer.
angles.
It's kind of a rectangle, but
Country
guess-
that's kind of a rectangle. Wyoming.
That's not a country. If you're gonna be participating, at least give us some good answers.
All right. Well, maybe the description wasn't that good.
Okay. That's offensive, but it's.
Oh, we ran out of time for the
Okay.
answer.
What was it?
Oh, okay. It was
Canada?
No.
It was the United States.
What kind of a rectangle?
It's kind of is.
It's kind
How
of
do
a
you?
rectangle. I don't.
It's a rectangle with some taken out of
I
it.
guess that's true.
It's like there's a. We only had 30 seconds with it.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, here's another one. This member of the ape family is known for its long arms.
And before we start talking about this, can we start the car? Or
Yeah,
what are
wait.
you waiting for?
I'm waiting for a jump.
Edit. Back to the living room.
When I was a child.
Oh, we don't want to hear about that.
yeah. No.
I was in high school, so it doesn't count.
Okay. You're 18 or closely to.
Well, my dad was kind of a journeyman. He did a lot of weird jobs. He had a frozen yogurt shop that he opened called Kangaroo's Frozen Yogurt and Espresso.
Why kangaroos?
It was my sister's soccer team name.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
cute?
that is cute, but so short-lived it seems.
The team lasted longer than the frozen yogurt shop.
How long did it last?
The shop was like a few years, I think, and then it was pre-frozen yogurt boom.
Okay.
Or it was post-frozen yogurt boom, pre-espresso boom. It was right in the middle. But
That's a tough space to be in.
he was a cab driver for part of my life, and I worked for the high school I wrote for the high school newspaper. And I did like a ride along with him, but he wouldn't let me ride along. So he just called our home phone and left voicemails about his passengers. And then I just like wrote about them for the school paper.
Wait, so he would drop someone off and then call you and be like, I just had a woman. She was.
Yeah.
What kind of stories were you looking for? Was it like biopics of these people or like?
I think it was like, what a crazy life to be a cab driver in Denver. It wasn't crazy.
Was he good
boring.
at describing the characters?
Oh, yeah. Very a vivid describer. I mean, this was long enough ago that there were like home voicemails, so I remember nothing, but like an answering machine.
Yeah.
But
I know about those.
okay,
Yeah, we're
so back in the 90s.
Like an answering
Yeah.
machine. We got to the New York Times. Hi, thank you so much for coming in to talk to me today.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's an honor to be the Gray Lady.
The what?
The Gray Lady. Did
Yeah.
you know that's what people call the New York Times?
Yeah, of course I do.
I mean, I'm sure the people that work here don't call it that.
I mean, hey, we get visitors and we hear it sometimes, but
Okay.
it's not classic. But listen, I need to break this story about the insider trading, okay? And you're my person on the inside.
Yes.
So I just need you to go out there, talk to people, and then come back and tell me about it.
I'll call you.
You'll call me.
I'll talk to someone, and then I'll give you a little ring.
Oh,
Can I get your number?
yeah, you can get my number, but
Okay.
just say the way you're saying it and looking at me was.
Cut to the inside of a Uber.
Hi.
Hey.
What's your deal?
Well, I'm just I'm just coming in. I'm just going to work.
Interesting. And what do you are the stocks going up or down at where you work?
Yeah. I work at Facebook, so it's going up.
And do you like to tell people?
Oh gosh.
Do you like to tell people about that?
Not really. No, I don't know. I really just work in a coding department, so my head's just in a computer.
We cut to the New York Times author's house. Bring, bring, bring. Oh, hello?
Hey, it's me.
Hi. Oh, did you want me to not pick up because of the voicemail thing?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind telling you. Are you ready for a big scoop?
Oh, you recorded it and you're sending it over?
It's just in my head.
What?
The conversation went a little something like this. Welcome to your Uber.
What?
That's not me. That's the other. No, I said that. I was the driver. And then the passenger.
Margaret, what is this? I need like evidence and I'm building a story here. You're going to just re-describe you went undercover as an Uber driver. You're going to re-describe that conversation?
That was my plan. I'm open to.
Okay, well let me put you on speaker and I'm going to write it down. Okay, go ahead.
And so was someone I picked up a passenger going to work at Facebook.
Okay, Meta.
That's up.
Meta.
Okay, yeah. It was the Facebook, and then it was Facebook, and now it's Meta.
Meta, yeah.
And I was all like, oh, are you going to tell people when the stocks are going up and down? And then they were like, huh? So no Margaret, insider trading there.
Margaret, you're literally describing it like this isn't gossip. This is like I'm trying to I need you on the ground.
Cut to the inside of a financial office.
So hi.
Hi.
Can I come in?
Yeah, come on in. Sorry. I see you signed up to be one of my new clients. It's good.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear about what I should and shouldn't invest vis-a-vis this company's portfolio. Right.
Well, I see you've selected yourself in you're going to put about $5,000 in. So I think we should keep it not risky for you and just kind of go into the safe standard bets.
Safe. That's interesting because your company, Charles Schwab, is. Now you go.
Oh.
Go back to the author at home. Bring. Hello.
It's Margaret.
Hi, girl. How's it going?
What's up? Remember me?
Yeah, I do. Did you get more information?
No.
Oh.
Not really, but I tried so hard.
Okay.
And I met the cutest guy who works at Charles Schwab.
Hey.
Oh my God.
He's here.
Hello?
I'm on speaker. Here we are.
Well, please tell me when you're on speaker. I find that really rude.
Oh, you didn't say anything embarrassing. But you're doing a story on stocks?
Yeah. I'm trying to do an insider trading story. Actually,
I'm gonna have to shut that off.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to call my Connect and shut that off. What? You're doing a story?
Well, I'm a bit of an informant. Yeah.
Oh my God! Not again.
Did you guys go away in the summer? Did you go to a summer?
Oh, like summer
camp
camps?
and stuff?
Yeah.
I went to I went to this writing camp when I was in 8th grade, and it was in Idlewild.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
Kid story. We don't want to hear about it.
8th grade. You have to be in at least 9th grade for it to qualify.
Yeah.
Wait, but a writing camp in Idlewild, that sounds like something I'd pay $5,000 to do.
A current adult would pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah. And for a kid, it was sort of the nerdiest thing you could do, I think. But
it was creative writing.
Yeah, it was creative writing. And there was a bunch of different programs. There was singing. There was and musical theater.
Cool.
Yeah, those were, and that's where all the cool kids went. There was visual arts. They were big artists, and I was in creative writing for some reason was the geekiest one.
It wasn't cool to be. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's not very social, which at that age is all that is. That's currency.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, everyone in the theater program you were just hanging out with your friends all day, and everyone in the writing program was kind of head down in their
reading or writing.
Yeah.
Do you remember things that you wrote from it?
Oh Okay, well, I remember I thought I was like cool and experimental, and I was like kind of cocky about it. But I'm trying to remember.
What made you cool and experimental?
Because I was like, I'm not going to do like stupid genre stuff. I'm going to write like about like from the perspective of a snail, I think is one thing.
That is, yeah. That's like rad in that world.
But I never finished a story though, because it would just be this like little idea, and then everyone else would have like a full arc, and I would just have a couple sentences from a snail.
We cut inside of a writing retreat for adults in the cafeteria part. Oh, hey, you two, you guys finished your story for tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beginning, middle, end. Got it all done. What about you?
Yeah, are you gonna... Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
Mine's like really fucking different and cool. And so no, I haven't finished it at all.
Oh, well, like that. I mean, color me intrigued. What's different and cool about it?
You guys wouldn't get it. You guys are just like normal.
I mean,
right?
we're published authors. And,
You're normies. You write about what?
Well,
Love.
I'm Margaret Atwood. I wrote Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Kind of a prolific author.
Yeah, sort of. But
And
also just about humans.
Yeah, I'm Emily St. Mandel, and I wrote, they made a show about Station 11.
Oh, and you wrote the book?
I wrote the book.
Why do you talk about the show right away? Sell out?
Well, I just
Wow.
thought I was kind of proud of it and thought it was something you might know.
Yeah, you mentioned that you don't read.
Yeah, so I was trying to sort of relate, even though you're being incredibly rude to us.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like not like everybody else in this program. Like I like write most of my shit like in a way that like most people don't even get. It's like from the perspective of a snail. So
Most of your shit is
most
from the
all of
perspective.
it. Yeah, pretty
Everything?
much. Yeah, and
you told us
snails actually don't have a ton of brain power, so
Oh,
it's like
that's interesting.
pretty simple stories with not a lot going on. It's like super different and weird.
Yeah.
And you said you're not even close to finished with your.
No,
Because I thought the exercise for today was just a 3-page story.
I can't even friggin' do that because
Okay.
I it would be impossible. I'm just like beyond you guys, I guess. And it's like one of those things.
That's why
Big
you.
sigh from the teacher.
Wait, you think you and the teacher are just that's the levels you're on?
Yeah,
Same.
me. I'm like big with it. I'm like close with the teacher. You guys are like writing like kind of like pussy shit.
Oh, well, I really liked Emily's story.
Yeah.
It was really personal. It was about a woman dying of cancer.
Yeah, it's actually based on a family member.
Yeah. I
Try
don't know.
telling a story about a snail dying from cancer.
Oh, is that what your story's about?
Absolutely not. I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? Did you want to read your? I got to read mine. Do you want to popcorn yours around or?
Around the cafeteria?
Yeah. Just because we're gonna read it and give notes, right?
Sure, I'd love any feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I guess I can give you a couple minutes of my time.
Oh, okay. Your feet are up on the cafeteria
Yeah,
table.
you're in my lasagna.
Your feet are in Emily's lasagna.
Oh, I really wanted that
Please.
lasagna. Can you please you've removed your shoes too, so you just have weird sweaty socks in my lasagna. God. I was really hungry.
Sorry, I don't play by the rules. You guys know that.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
I guess we do. Well, not to get pigeonholed into kind of a post-apocalyptic, but that terrible societal stories, but that is what this is about.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
interesting.
So it starts like this.
You can popcorn it whenever you want.
I'll say the first line and then
Okay.
I'll popcorn it.
Okay.
She awoke, hands and feet bound by an unknown man in shadow.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Now you read the next line.
Okay, popcorn to me.
Mhm.
Her heart raced as she tried to recall memories, but nothing was coming. She was coming up blank.
Okay.
Popcorn to you.
Famously, I do not read. Do you have a picture of this?
What?
I thought you can't read.
Can you read?
I cannot read. I would like to see a picture of it.
No, I don't have a picture of it.
Typical.
How would I have a picture? It's a sentence.
Yeah, we've spent all day writing 3 pages.
Well, do you have feedback so far?
Where would the snail be?
Okay, back to the living room.
Yeah, please. I think we got the light, but let's do another one.
Yeah.
Just in case we want to cut that one out.
Yeah.
That one was great.
I love that
Yeah,
one.
that one was really strong. I think we all felt good about that.
Yeah.
It was good.
All
It was
equally
funny. And you typically do that in a living room right afterwards. As a group discuss whether it was funny or not.
Yeah.
You tried to discuss whether you want the audience to forget it or not.
I would watch that living room, the most self-conscious living room.
At least it's honest.
Was that good? Did you ever have to read Annie Dillard in school?
I don't know.
She's like a naturalist, and her stories are, it's like, I guess it's nonfiction. I always avoided these reading assignments where she was just like, she would literally describe like watching a caterpillar walk across a leaf or whatever. And I was just like, boo.
Yeah.
I don't want to read this shit. I want to watch Boy Meets World.
So you related a lot to the character I was just playing.
I did. I think you, in that scene, you were Annie Dillard, the naturalist.
So what does that mean, a naturalist? Like you just don't put any like zhuzh
literally
on
nature.
your words?
Like you watch
Oh.
nature and then you write about it.
That sounds so fucking boring.
It
Oh,
does.
it was so boring. And I might even be wrong about everything I just said, because I paid so little attention to any of that.
But she stuck with you in some way.
Yeah, it was like, because I didn't do my work a lot of times, and so it was very stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
Were you good students or?
Yeah, I was like, I've had such bad ADD. I would try really hard, but I would.
Now we can't do any scenes off that because it's her mental disability.
And I'm a kid. But yeah, if you guys even touch anything I'm about to say, I'm gonna get so mad at you for making fun of my disability.
Well, you had ADD, so you couldn't.
I like would do my homework, but then like forget it crumpled up in my backpack, and then not turn it in.
Oh.
But one time I went so hard on like I would do like my own side. Like I made a comic book about my 3rd grade teacher, and I tried to sell it at these like businesses.
Oh, cool.
And it was like became contraband because the teacher came and she confiscated it and like brought it to the principal's office.
What was the take on her? What was her?
It was like she was a homework monster. I was reading a lot of Captain Underpants.
She was a homework monster.
She was a homework monster, and she would like just assign too much homework and turn into this evil lady. And
Whoa.
Captain Spitwad had to come and save it. So it was just a 1-to-1 Captain Underpants ripoff.
Right.
She got really offended. Yeah. Were you a good student?
No, but I was good at bullshitting, so I would sort of get by.
That was kind of where I landed too.
Yeah.
Where I'd be like, I didn't read it, but I can figure out by context clues what the answers to the quiz are.
Exactly. And like throw a thing in a discussion that's like enough.
Cut to the inside of a classroom. Oh shit! I didn't read any of this. I think I could. I think I'll probably just try to stay quiet during the discussion.
Man, you should throw something out.
You think? Yeah.
You gotta throw something out. The teacher grades on participation in the discussions.
Yeah, I get a little. You know what? I get a little bored when I'm quiet anyway. I feel like I got a lot to say. So.
All right, well, don't go too big.
I'm not gonna go too. I didn't read it, but through context clues, I think I can say. I'll just chime in enough to.
Students, everyone shut up. It's time for class to start. And I hope you all did your homework.
That's not good for you.
No, I got this. Okay. I'm super good at context clues.
I would like everyone to start by saying the most thoughtful thing they can about the 5 chapters that I assigned as homework.
I'll start.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
I
You
just
said you needed context. You shouldn't start at all.
I got it. I got enough context.
There was no context.
She was acting scary, so I bet it's a horror thing. Okay? All right.
That's just how Mrs. Grossman talks.
Well, I haven't paid attention once until today.
Okay, I really wouldn't start. Okay.
All right. yeah, I just think that this was a amazing story that inspired a lot of fear and scariness. And yeah, just sort of connected to the world today.
That's what you thought about Oliver Twist? Correct.
Oh, yes.
Thank God.
Okay.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right. Well, I read it, so I am not stressed out.
I heard you read it. I heard a student say they read it.
I read it. Yeah. So.
And your thoughts?
My thoughts on the first 5 chapters was that I thought it was a really interesting way to incorporate class issues with environmental issues, and I thought that was something that I could see being a theme throughout the entire book.
A little non-specific.
Why are you saying that? That's so fucking rude.
I gotta hold my own in here, man. I don't know.
I thought it was good, but your classmates seemed to not like it. So bad job.
Oh, sorry, man. Look, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Freddie, you don't need to put someone down to put yourself up, man.
Okay, I'm just fighting for survival out here, okay? I was on with the COD squad till 2 a.m. I couldn't open a freaking book.
We cut to Mrs. Grossman in the principal's office. You said you had a complaint about a comic book?
Yes, that's right. The students seem to be taking my general vibe and the way I say homework and calling me a homework monster.
Mrs. Grossman, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am not siding with the kids at all here, but I mean, you do say homework with so much sort of hatred.
I don't think I do. How do I say homework?
Like that, exactly.
You say it back to me. I can't hear it in my own head.
I say homework, and then you go, homework.
The second one sounded normal to me.
Okay, well, if that's the way you talk, I understand. But
it's
listen,
regional.
What are your issues with the comic book? I'm going to flip through it just because I want to talk. I'm going to talk to all the parents.
Well, I have a few issues.
Okay.
1, just because of how I talk doesn't mean I'm a monster. 2, my breasts in the comic are too small.
I couldn't possibly bring that up to the parents. Make her knockers bigger. That's
I'm just saying, it feels like adding insult to injury.
These two semicircles down, I guess they're, like saggy. But yeah, okay.
That's right.
Not that I'm saying anything. It's an awkward conversation.
Cut to you with the parents. Yeah, we were you called us in here.
Basically just, most of the stuff in my email. And then there was one thing I wanted to talk about in person.
Okay, yeah. It was a lot to come in here today.
I know. And we want to stop this comic book thing. And when you talk to your kid, just make sure to mention that if he is going to continue, the anatomy should be accurate. Mrs. Grossman has made it very clear that her tits, that's the word she used, were small in the comic book. And if you've ever talked to her, you would know that's not true. So go ahead and pass it off to little David.
No, I'm not going to be... I'm not going to... You chose the word tits. This is appalling. I was out there covering the wildfires.
We got to class the next day. Hello, students.
Hi, Mrs. Grossman.
So I've dressed a little bit more form-fitting today. So you can see the full outline of my body.
Oh my God.
She says form-fitting in a way that makes it sound evil.
I can't even look. It's just so you can see really everything.
David, you have to look. You're the artist.
Okay.
I don't want to see any weird shapes that show that my body doesn't look as curvy as it might be.
You know what? I think I'm going to take a little bit out of the tatas and add it to the hips.
Scene. That was the living room.
That was the living room for like, rate, subscribe, follow Beth. Thank you to Beth on.
Yeah, Beth, thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah. I expected every single one of those stories, those scenes.
Good, because we practiced in the
We
car.
practiced. Those were all stories we've told previously and done scenes of. Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
What do you got anything going on you want to talk about? Plug-wise?
Plug-wise.
Or life-wise?
Go on Netflix, watch Never Have I Ever. Go on
Yeah.
Max, watch The Sex Lives of College Girls. My Instagram is at Beth. No, it's Appel Sass.
Okay.
It's like apple sauce.
I get it.
Yeah.
And do you post a lot?
Nope.
Okay, great.
I post very rarely.
But it's always good to have a follower.
That's nice though. You post when it means something. Your feed's not going to get cluttered.
You won't get cluttered by my posts ever. I can promise. I can guarantee that.
That's an easy decision to make then.
Yeah.
Throw a follow.
And then throw a follow to us.
Yeah. To this
why not?
podcast. And
We post a lot.
yeah, we post a lot. We post once a week. Yeah, like, subscribe, da-da-da-da-da. That's it.
That's it. Thanks.
Thanks.